I've been in a fortunate position to be able to instigate book sprints, either through doing them myself for free or whatever, and enabling some of these to happen that might not have otherwise happened. And some of I think the two ones that stick in mind that are most interesting for me is a friend of a friend. I didn't know him so well, who was an activist who was imprisoned in Syria. And unfortunately, he was just a normal guy, free software activist. Unfortunately, we found out eventually that he was executed while he was in prison in Syria. But we were able to do a book sprint with the people that knew him to raise the profile of this position that he was in when we thought he was still alive. So, from that, without the book sprint, bringing those people together couldn't have happened in what was, we felt, an emergency, right? We had to do it quickly. We had to raise awareness quickly about his position. So that couldn't have happened without a book sprint. And another one that comes to mind is that I've always wanted to read a book about how fonts are made, and I've never seen that book out there. Fonts are made with free software. How fonts are made with free software. So through an event that Google sponsored, where I was able to curate various book sprints, there was a proposal to write a book about how to make fonts with Fontographer, this open source font making software. And so I was able to get these typographers together to work together to write this book, and that was fascinating. And I think that's still one of my favorite books, because fonts are really weird things. Fonts, they tell such nuances of the human psyche, and people who make fonts understand this stuff, and they can talk about it, how inflections in the character represent something, and I find it totally fascinating. Yeah, so that was a book sprint that could not have otherwise, a book that would not otherwise have been produced if it weren't for book sprints.